Hello Libras, and welcome to my channel. This is my first video in English. I've been already doing tarot readings for zodiac signs for 2 months now, I guess, but it was in my native language. And this month I decided to start doing these readings also in English, so I hope you will enjoy it. As you can see, the spread is already done because I do the readings in my native language first. It seems easier to me to do this this way. And so all was shuffled, and of course I meditated before I started, and now we can read this. What is the month of October gonna be for zodiac sign of Libra? Of course, I talk about Libra Sun, but it also may fit to Libra Moon and Libra rising sign called the Ascendant. Some people also check their Venus sign. So if this message here does not resonate with you, you can always check all those signs. Okay, the way I read is somewhat similar to Celtic Cross, but it's a little different, let's say. I think I'll explain everything during the reading. So, first of all, at the bottom of the deck we have the overall energy for the month of October, and it's 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands signifies the end of the cycle, so we already have the knowledge of all the wands that were before this 10. So we know the passion of the Ace of Wands and undecidedness of the Two of Wands and the waiting at the Three of Wands and stability of the Four of Wands, and now we have 10 wands at our back, and it seems a little overwhelming, or just it's an overwhelming energy. The man tries to get home, and perhaps he even sees it, but right now it's hard to get there. So we are at the end of the cycle, and hopefully it will end, but we are also wiser. That's why 10s are sometimes harsh, but they are also wise. So this is your overall energy, telling that soon this burden will be off your back. At the center of the reading, we see a very joyful energy of Three of Cups. Three of Cups, as you can see, talks of physical pleasure, the dance, the music, parties, celebrations, and happiness. So it seems that for Libras, October, it's their month. I mean, the sun is now in your sign. So this month may be a good month to enjoy life, I guess. To feel it. To feel all the pleasures life brings to us. And there are plenty. October is a month when all the fruits are ripe, and it's not winter yet, so we can enjoy the fruit of the whole year. That's the perfect time to do it. As you can perhaps see, I have some chestnuts here. I found them 2 days ago. I love the feeling of them, the way they shine and emanate good energy. My grandma used to sleep on a bag filled with chestnuts. It made wonders to her back. I also have this little beautiful pumpkin, and that's what October seems to me. It's joyful as this funny and wondrous fruit pumpkin. Okay, so 3 of Cups. It indicates that October will be a harmonious month to you, a time of grace perhaps, a time when you can feel your creativity. So just enjoy and love everything that is, and feel love of everything that is. At the base of your reading, I see the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins, for me, talks mostly about work, about physical form of things, the beginning of it. You can see this little hedgehog here, and he works very much to survive, to gather food for winter. And these are not oaks yet, but they will be. And here we can see a little bee who also works. So working, being productive. So something new will happen to you, probably, or already happened. It is the end of September when I'm recording this, and it will be connected with your physical or material sphere. So perhaps some new business is ahead of you, and it indicates that it may bring you a material success. And it is important to have this material success, or at least material stability, because if we have stable material base, it is also possible for us to grow in our spirit, in our heart, and in our mind. And we cannot do this without the base. On the other hand, this base is not really possible to create without harmony between our heart, mind, and spirit. So, a beautiful new beginning, but remember about all the parts of your possibility to make it really harmonious, long-lasting, and beautiful. What crowns your reading is 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is one of the saddest cards in the deck. As you can see, there's a woman crying and holding tight her 2 cups that are still intact, but 3 cups are broken and everything is spilled. So there is a loss in this card. Still, what lies beneath in the meaning of this card is that you still have these two full cups. And this is the thing you have to remember about. The deeper meaning is that those cups are not something that you can lose, because the real source of this precious liquid inside is not outside of you, but is inside of you. When you realize it, this situation, 3 broken cups, will never frighten you anymore, because there is an inner source of energy, of love existing within you. And even if 3 cups are broken, you have enough for yourself, and you even have enough for others to give. So don't despair. Life is a constant flow of giving and taking, of pouring and filling. So accept times when cups are broken, because everything will be filled up again with your inner joy, inner wisdom, and inner love. This source never ends. In your near past, we have 9 of Cups, which on the contrary is considered one of the most happy cards in the tarot deck. It is sometimes called a wish card. It's in your past, so for me it indicates that you have experienced times when all the 9 cups were full and there was a pure abundance, as you can see here. There are a lot of ripe fruits, and the sky is beautiful with a setting sun, and there's a feeling of life being full and potent and beautiful. So it means you have experienced this state of mind, of soul, of spirit, of heart, and it is for me connected with these 5 of Cups. You have experienced both this, and this makes you wiser, and it reminds you of the constant flow between those 2 situations. You can be like this, but then you will be like this, and you can be like this, but sometime in a way you can be again like this, but do not lose hope. Remember about 9 of Cups, the time of abundance. It's always within the reach, although sometimes you really have to work to reach it. In your near future, what you have is 7 of Coins. 7 of Coins is a card talking about hard work. You've worked for some time, and now you can see your plants growing, and you wait for them to give you the fruits of your work. So it really depends on you if they grow. Not only, of course, the world is sometimes full of terrors, but without your work, nothing will grow. And this card reminds us that the failure is what we call a failure, and any event that happens doesn't really have to be a failure if we learn from it. It can be a step forward for us. So it really depends on you and your work and your determination. If this earth we live in is abundant, if this earth we live on will become a beautiful garden, we are responsible for ourselves, and it's good to take our lives into our hands and steer it into the direction that seems the most appropriate for us. So listen to your heart's desires and work towards making them true. That's what Seven of Coins tells me. Now, coming to your power, or how you see yourself as a winner. What we can see is someone on a horse having this beautiful wreath above his head. So it's a victory card. It's also sometimes called glory. So you had a fight, you had a struggle with something or someone. There was a battle you were engaged in, and now you won. You have won. So it's time to enjoy it, but perhaps not indulge in it. I mean, it's good to enjoy things. It's good to enjoy a win. But then pay attention to be just. Pay attention to use this winning for a greater good of all beings. Because now you are in power, and remember, you are responsible for this power you were given. And try not to be responsible only for yourself. Also try to be responsible for those that are weaker than you, that are dependent on you. There are people like this. Let's not forget about them. Remember, this will also pass, like with these 9 of Cups and 5 of Cups. There's always a flow, so this time you win, one day you'll lose, and perhaps your fate will be dependent on those who lost now. So be generous, be kind, and help people enjoy your winning together with you. Don't mock the others. And here we have the Greater Arcana card, the first one, because we have also the second one here. So there's a moon and there's faith. That is a Hierophant. in traditional decks, but let's start from the moon. The moon is how the others see you. So perhaps they are not entirely sure of your intentions. There is some kind of mystery, a shadow around you. Perhaps people see you as using your intuition very much. The moon reminds us that even when it's dark, even when we don't see well, we should stick to the path we decided to follow, even if it's hard in the darkness. Because you see here, things are unclear. There are lights and shadows and some flickering waters and dark waters, and something is hidden in these waters. And that's why you have to remember what you saw and what you decided when there was a sunlight over you. So stick to your heart and stick to your intuition, because, as I said before, there is an inner light, inner source within you, unbreakable, without the beginning and without an end. Holy light within you. Stick to it. Don't forget about it. So the moon, and in your hopes and fears, we have Three of Swords. Again, Three of Swords is considered one of the most, let's say, negative cards in the tarot deck. It's usually very dramatic, with hard shot through with three swords. Here in this deck, that is Ciro Marchetti Divine Tarot, it's not that dramatic, it's rather lyric. There's a face of a person crying gently over something. And so your heart was broken, your heart was pierced with those swords. You were hurt, or perhaps you let yourself be hurt, because remember, responsibility. Is that bad? Is that a bad thing, to keep your heart open to everything that comes into it, even swords? Think about it. If you think that all that can come to your heart are these swords, then of course you will close your heart. You will build a wall around it, unbreakable. But your heart will be lonely there, and your heart will not feel it lives anymore in this closure. I had a dream about this card today. I was thinking about staying open instead of all those difficult moments we have in life, because sometimes life is beautiful and sometimes life is difficult, and these Three of Swords is a difficult moment in life when we experience pain. Still, this card reminds me that without experiencing pain, we are also unable to experience joy. If you cover your heart with walls and shields, nothing will come in, not only thoughts, but also joy, but also sunshine. It won't come into your heart. If you want to feel joy, if you want to be happy, you also have to let those thoughts come into your heart sometimes. Many different things will come into your heart. Thoughts, but also good things, right? And your heart is a warrior. Your heart is really unbreakable because of this eternal source of beauty, love and energy within you. So don't cover your heart with power shield. You can be afraid of the thoughts. I wanted to say don't be afraid. No, be afraid. Of course, be afraid. But never let the fear steer your life. The dream I had was about the things we let into our heart. So we let swords inside. We let good thoughts inside. We let sunshine inside. We let medicines inside. And the word I heard in that dream was arsenal. Everything you let into your heart becomes your own arsenal of things, entities, thoughts, feelings you can use within your own life. So be afraid of those thoughts, but don't let this fear stop you from building a beautiful, abundant arsenal to use in your own life. And the outcome card is faith. Faith number 5, so it can indicate a Taurus in your life, someone important. It can also be some important papers or organizations or corporations or even church or even your own faith. But since this reading is really very spiritual for me, you can see you have no court cards at all. You have 3 cups, only one beautiful pentacle or coin, 1 sword and 2 pentacles, 2 wands and 2 major arcanas. But generally it seems very spiritual to me, very abstract in a way. So I would read this outcome rather as working towards your own knowledge about yourself. Perhaps it's a good time to lose this burden, to enjoy life, and to use this feeling of inner peace and harmony and flow that comes from this spread, to connect to your higher self, to keep silent and listen to all those things that this higher self wants to tell you. You can seek within yourself. You can seek the inner truth within yourself. So find some time to just sit peacefully alone and spend this time within yourself, listening to yourself, listening to your spirit, listening to answers your spirit has for you. You can see this beautiful ray of light here. I think it is the outward representation of the inner light I was talking about with 5 of Cups here. You can find it within you. Perhaps you already know it is within you, but this month seems a good time to find even better connection with this beautiful inner light, inner guide within you. So release the burden. Remember good times, remember bad times. Enjoy life. Enjoy this beautiful month of October. Enjoy the fruits of it. Take responsibility of your time and space. Listen to your intuition and be true to yourself, remembering your inner heart, your inner light, and keep an open heart with it. It seems like a very beautiful and possibly fruitful month to you, dear Libra. So, wishing you all the best for October, and I hope we hear soon. Bye bye.